Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the basement. Duster Club, horns up. Let's run out to our friends at Abstract here. And let me get us streaming on Abstract. And then we'll be ready to go. Man, we got a lot of great things to talk about today. A lot going on. And let's make sure. Okay. Mute that so you don't hear me echoing. It's bad enough to hear me once. If you got to hear me twice, it might just drive you crazy. Listen, I got to deal with myself all day long. But right now, we get to deal with each other. Horns up, dusters. There are some extraordinary things going on within our community, within the meme coin sector, that I think point us toward this, what still remains to be the case, unlimited potential for unicorn fart dust. Okay. Hey, first, my disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Whatever you invest in the world, do it responsibly. But I'm not a financial advisor. I'm giving you my truth, what I believe about unicorn fart dust, but always invest responsibly. Don't take too much risk. That would be the only quote unquote advice that I would give you. Now, I had a crazy experience last night regarding unicorn fart dust, and it relates to our community and how it is really quite similar to other big major communities, countries, religions, communities that have formed over the millennium. Okay. This is very interesting, and I think points us to the fact that we've got a lot of great things coming ahead for us. Sorry, I was having a little voice issue there. Okay. So I'm reading this book about like the best book ever about communities, just trying to learn like what's going on with unicorn fart dust. And this book points out something very, very important. It says that any great community has been formed in an environment where there was a historic struggle against daunting competitors, a historic struggle against extraordinary odds. Think about the United States and the story about how the United States rose up against Great Britain. Think of any great religion. Think of any great organization, even great sports teams that were up against adversity and prevailed through grit and determination. I think the big key thing for us to remember is that's what we are doing right now. We were born into FUD, right? FUD, FUD, but we became UFD. We flipped the letters, we flipped the script on the crypto world, what had been going on in the meme coin sector, to become this extraordinary movement that we are today. So I wanted to share that with you. What we're going through right now, this struggle, is the same thing that any great organization has gone through. And the great part about it is, and I think what makes it even stronger, it's organic, that we were born in FUD. We already covered that. But think about it, guys. Are we having fun? Are you having fun doing this? Are you having fun while we're going through this, what a lot of people would give up and walk away, but not the dusters, not the unicorn fart dust, diamond hooved dusters. No, we're no buttercups. No, we're dusters. So we're going through this formative phase, right, of our community, of our movement, of our coin, but we're doing it with a good attitude. Sure, we got some dissension from time to time, and of course, right, any great movement will also have its fair share of detractors and haters, but we're going through it with grace, with style. We're going through it having a lot of fun. We're going through it together because we have shared common beliefs. We believe in good attracts good. We believe in honesty, integrity, and prosperity. We have common beliefs, and there is I promise I'll shut up, okay? I promise. But there's so much good going on. I'm sorry, when I look at not all, but most all of the other meme coin communities, what we have, the depth of our bonds, the depth of our relationships, right? Sure, we're like a big spider web, decentralized. I'm not in charge. Hey, you want to do a live stream? Go for it. You want to do a spaces? Go for it, right? Right? This is all open source. But at the same time, the bond, the strength of these relationships we have in this community are really, really unbeatable. Speaking of which, we've got community members doing things everywhere that are just absolutely incredible. Let's start to run through some of the latest. Okay, yesterday we had the Roaring Kitty Million Post Monday meme contest. There's Emma Bear. It is not over, but what a great job. You guys knocked it out of the park. Okay, the winners will be announced on the end of the day, March 26th. So thank you, Emma Bear. Guys, there's a lot of key members, no doubt, a lot of people, including you, doing a lot. But Emma Bear really goes above and beyond. And what do you think? Do you think we're going to get Keith's Roaring Kitty's attention? I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, I can almost guarantee that Roaring Kitty, if he didn't know what unicorn fart dust was 48 hours ago, at minimum, he knows what we are now. And you know how it goes. If he just puts one little part of his hoof, his little buttercup hoof, into the unicorn fart dust community and sees what we are doing, sees the good attracts good, sees the battle that we are gladly taking on, right, within the meme coin sector, when he sees just how robust and kind everyone is, I think we'll suck him in. I think we'll take Roaring Kitty's, I should have said paw. When he puts one of his little paws into our pool, he's going to like what he sees. So Roaring Kitty, the offer's still open. You're welcome. Come on Ron's Basement with me. We can do it remotely. We can do it through StreamYard. It'd be great to have you join me here in the basement. I'm just a normal guy, one of the community members here at Unicorn Fart Dust. All right, let's move on. This is fun. We got a fun little contest going on. Not a contest, but, well, maybe a contest. I don't know what you call this, but for some reason, this one is catching everyone's attention from this guy, Landy. Who raids harder, APU or UFD? Guys, it's like neck and neck. Let me see if I can refresh this and get hold on here. See if I can get a refresher going on. Let's see if there's an update on this. And I believe it goes for another day or so. 1 day left. Yeah, look at that, guys. We are neck and neck. Can we stick our horns out in front? What do you think, Dusters? I don't know. Okay. Now, look, another key thing that we are dealing with at UFD is our ability to attract new people, but also our ability to retain our dusters and our ability to bring back the prodigal dusters. Yes, those dusters who wandered away on us, right? You know, they wandered away and they want to come back. We must remain positive and supportive with each other. This is a very touching story. I want to show you an example here. This came from Emma. Again, this is why we should respond to current and former dusters who express fear and doubt. It's okay, guys. We all go through our ups and downs. We're going to have our days where we have our fear and doubt. We should lead with empathy, not shame. Telling people to dump their bags or that they're not real dusters is antithetical. Sorry, Emma, my vocabulary is not that advanced. I should have looked that up, but I will afterwards. To what UFD stands for, none of us will be perfect at this. I haven't been either. But effort and consistency matter. That's what integrity is all about. But this is the story we want to read. This was from our friend Colby. Colby said, okay, so I posted what could have been construed as a little FUD on the timeline. Remember, if you switch the U and the F, if you flip them, UFD is FUD. We were born in FUD. FUD can't hurt us. But he posted a little FUD on the timeline today. But you know what followed was really inspiring and made me feel more conviction in Unicorn Fart Dust than when I woke up this morning. So I don't regret it, and you guys know who you are. You guys know you are great, and I feel proud to be here with all of you in this amazing ride. So Colby basically, maybe wasn't having a good day. That happens, right? It happens to all of us. Put out something that was maybe a little fuddish, but what he got was empathy and support from the community. And it actually made him feel even more committed to what we are doing. So great point there, Emma. Appreciate that. Thank you, Colby, for sharing that story. Okay. I want to remind everyone, hold on. Let's get you back. Are you there? Are you there? You? I mean, can you believe this? Right? We're part of this unbelievable community. Unicorn Fart Dust. I mean, look, I'm 55 years old. I'm an almost boomer. 30 years ago, if you told us that we'd be together right now, all of us, do you feel it? Do you feel it in your horn? Is your horn tingling? It's unbelievable what we are doing, what we're able to do, right? And now this great movement that we have. That's not what I wanted to tell you. What I wanted to remind you is that at 10 a.m. Central, that would be about 1 hour and 20 minutes from right now, we're going to have our weekly spaces. Feel free to hop in. If you have questions, complaints, compliments, whatever you want to do, hop in there. It's every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central. Don't forget. Okay. Let's go to Duster of the Day. Sorry, I might have to do a spaces. I'm having a little voice issue here. Look, every day is Duster of the Day, right? You're the Duster of the Day. I'm the Duster of the Day. We are the Dusters of the Day here together in the basement. But we like to point out one person on a daily basis who is the official Duster of the Day. And today's Duster of the Day is a guy, look, I love all you guys, but I feel like I've gotten to know him through the spaces, through his nonstop, unbelievable ability to create awesome art. Okay, this Brian, this is Brian from Brian's Life. I feel a connection with all of you. I feel a real connection with Brian over the last, months at this point. He's been very supportive of our mission. He puts out unbelievable art. There he is, right? A guy like us, a guy, we're normal, everyday men, women. And look at this art that he puts out. It is, I love this. Sorry, Brian, I got to play this. Sorry, guys. Make sure I got us on the right screen. Hold on here. All right, I do. I got to play this. I said this a week ago. This is probably one of my funnest. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this. I thought this was one of the cutest, funnest ever little UFD things ever.
Now, see tomorrow. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you
15
need me
seconds.
like I need
I want that in my hand.
See tomorrow, but tonight go.
I want one of those.
All you gotta do is just meet me at the Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you?
Anyhow, hold on. Brian? I really want one of those little unicorns in my hand. Where did the unicorn go? Oh boy, we took him. The unicorn's missing. Uh-oh, we got problems. It's around here somewhere. I bet Jasper took it. That's the story, right? Jasper used to take that thing and like, how cats are. And then he would take it and it would be gone. And then I would come down here and it would be on my desk again. I don't know if I can't blame Jasper this time, but that's what he used to do. Anyway, this is about Brian's Life. Duster of the Day. You're important to the community. And I would like to read to you guys something that Brian wrote to us. Okay. This is one of your fellow Dusters sharing some thoughts. From Mr. Brian Life. My horn started tingling. I love that. When I heard HERD, I was nominated as Duster of the Day. Truly honored. Thank you, Ron, Susie, and all of the Dusters. The love and support I get when I share my UFD meme art is amazing. Ever since I got my horn, I felt this wave of inspiration to create fun. Man, you are checking all the boxes here, brother. UFD inspired art and animation with our adorable uni mascot. I've been making art all my life, digital 3D sculpture, graffiti since 92, and now with AI. Every now and then I catch that unstoppable creative rush. Just like when I first found graffiti, making wild paintings for hip-hop heads and culture that understood me. That same spark hit me now with UFD. I feel free, driven, and connected, right? Man, free. Do you feel it? I feel it. Do you feel free? Do you feel driven? Do you feel connected? On autopilot with love. It's pure joy, creating and sharing with my dusters and buttercups. The support is life-changing. I love it. I feel alive and unified with you all. All my heart, Brian Life. All right, Brian. Wow. That touched me. That was well written. And I think, like I said, you checked all the boxes. So you are the duster of the day. We appreciate what you are doing. And you're an inspiration for a lot of other people that are watching right now. Go out and use your talents. Go out and give it a shot, okay? The only failure in life is really not trying. The only way to guarantee failure is to not try. So use your talents. Look at a guy or like Brian or the other women in the community that are also doing unbelievable things, okay? Give it a shot, Brian. Thanks for being an inspiration to us all. Thank you for sharing your talents with us. And on behalf of the entire community, congratulations on being the duster of the day. And we are going to now install the golden horn. Whoa, on to Mr. Brian. Congratulations, buddy. I lost my notes. Okay. Okay, let's go to Solana real quick. This is interesting, right? A Solana ETF could be groundbreaking for the Solana ecosystem. Guys, remember when they made the first Bitcoin ETFs, and that was a massive support. If they create a Solana ETF, an exchange, it's called an exchange traded fund, or several different Solana ETFs, what that will do is allow normal everyday investors through things like Fidelity Investments, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, for instance, the big, traditional financial services companies, to buy Solana. It could create a wave of demand for Solana. And there's a, I don't know what you call it, a website. I don't know what you call it. But anyway, breaking. Okay. Oh, hold on here. Breaking. Okay. Solana ETF approval is at 88% on Polymarket. Now, for those of you, most of you know more about Polymarket than I do. But what I do know about it is that it's a site where people are able to place wagers, basically, and correct me if I'm wrong, on the outcome of certain events. And it has been incredibly accurate. And I believe it's done through the blockchain. I could be wrong about that. But it's predicted political races. It's predicted all kinds of different things and done it with uncanny accuracy. So the fact that Polymarket, am I on the right tab? Hold on here. Polymarket, yep, I am, is saying there's an 88% chance is a big, big, big deal. Let's go look at the Burger Man. Burger Man, you guys remember Burger Man, our buddy in the Philippines, the guy that gave away all the burgers. Let's just watch this because, look, and this is I'm not involved in the judging for the meme contest. Any of the memes that I've shown really have been just random, so I don't want you to think I'm making any recommendations or anything like that. I happen to think the best meme was me. I'm joking. I put out a picture yesterday of me standing in front of GameStop. I am not officially involved in the contest. Obviously, that would not be fair. However, let's go to Burger Man. And now I'm on the right screen. And look at what Burger Man made. This is great. It's 30 seconds long. Burger Man.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Cheers! Happy Friday. Happy weekend. I hope everyone's having a great week. Surprise!
Roaring Kitty.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Here I come.
I created a cryptocurrency.
What are you doing in my basement,
yes,
Burger Man?
It's called Unicorn Fart Dust.
What are you doing in my basement?
This is no joke. This is real. People are buying it. Let's go, UFD!
All right, guys. Like I said, they're unbelievable. Oh boy, here we go. Now I get to see if I can fix it. All right, I figured it out. Sorry, I had some technical problems yesterday, which, hold on here. Now I've been able to figure out. Water under the bridge. Unbelievable entries into the meme contest yesterday. That makes a difference. That gets more people seeing UFD. The NFT projects get more people seeing UFD. It's a great buttercup recruitment tool. The DJ litmus shows on Friday night get more people seeing UFD, more buttercups. We got to be on a buttercup recruitment mission, guys. This is a unique opportunity. Remember, right? We're in a battle against extraordinary odds, and we are succeeding, and we are doing it with a good attitude. Okay? Remember, the more buttercups we get, they get, It's been a whole week. I know you've been dying to see it, right? You've been dying to see it and hear it, right? The more buttercups we get, buttercups turn into dusters when they buy their beans. Dusters, once they're here for like, I think on average, it takes about 14.34 hours, the last data that I looked at. The dusters then turn themselves into diamond hooves. And you know what a diamond hoof duster is. That's somebody who's bought some beans and will never, ever sell them or sell very little. Okay. Now, remember, as we fill this jug, okay, there's only 900. You see that? Can you see that? Right where my finger is? 999 million beans. There's a finite supply. We aren't like Dogecoin. Somebody pointed that out. I haven't talked about that forever. Dogecoin, the king of meme coins, they get to make more coins every year. Our jug, if this was Dogecoin, their jug gets bigger, as I understand it, right? Bigger and bigger and bigger. Our jug is finite. It's stationary. It can't get bigger. There's only 999 million coins. As those buttercups turn into dusters, turn into diamond hooves, it gets filled up higher and higher and higher and higher. And at some point, we get a bean shortage. Now, let me tell you, have you been to the grocery store to buy eggs lately? Remember, a dozen eggs was like $6. Why? Because there was an egg shortage, right? Well, what do you think happens to the price of beans when there's a bean shortage, right? The price of beans goes up. And when we get all the beans, we have a beanopoly. But don't tell anybody about the beanopoly. It's going to be a while. And look, I don't have a crystal ball. Don't make any financial decisions based on anything that I'm saying. However, I was told something very fascinating last night. India? Where's India? Where are my friends in India? Who can take on the job, dusters? Here's a challenge for you. And then I promise I'll be quick. But here's a challenge for you. Who of you can spearhead our move into India? Okay, you know that I read an article last night. One of you guys told me, and why is it so important? Because like 20% of the people in India own crypto. But look, you don't have to be Albert Eisenhower to know there's 1.4 billion people in India alone. What's 20% of 1.4 billion? I think it's like 300 million. If all those people in India that do own crypto now, and it's growing and growing, and people in India are getting richer and richer, if those 20%, those 300 million people all bought 3 beans, we would have no beans left. We would have the beanopoly. Come on, who out there? I hear people say, oh yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that. Who can really do it? Who wants to really take on the challenge, the mammoth challenge, the critical challenge of spearheading, right, the marketing efforts of UFD into India, right? They're our friends. I love Indian people. They're smart, they're motivated. I got Indian neighbors. After I had surgery one time, they all brought me food. They're nice, they're good people. I don't know. All right, I digress. All right, let's talk about some macroeconomic stuff. Here's what's going to happen. The economy, and I think it's very likely, if the U.S. economy runs into challenges, this guy right here, do you know who he is? You know who's in this box, right? Yeah, Jerome Powell, right? He's going to print money. He's going to liquidate. That's what Trump wants. Trump's the king of debt, and Trump loves easy money. So once the economy really starts to sputter, which I think, I'm putting on my tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist here, but I'm usually right. That's what they want. They want the economy to slow down. And what kind of information are we getting right now that may indeed be the case? And let me get back to this. That will be good for crypto. That will be good when they liquidate. Oh, helicopter money, they call it, whatever. That will be good for the for the crypto currency sector. That will be good for the precious metal sector. It'll be good for the real estate. It'll be good for everything. It'll be more worth less dollars, right? Because we're in a debt spiral. The U.S. debt clock, all that good stuff. But that's what we have to expect. Here's why the dollars will be worth less. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but we'll go out there quickly. Am I showing the right tab here? Hold on. Yes. Okay. As you can see, that's the U.S. debt clock. We're sitting with 36 trillion. I won't go through it again, but we're in a debt spiral because all that debt, follow my cursor, creates a much more interest, almost $1 trillion a year in interest alone, which makes the deficit get bigger, which makes the debt get bigger. It's a big, big circle of doom, basically. Now, why are we thinking that the economy is slowing down? Well, we have Deutsche Bank, right, which is the biggest bank in Germany. In Germany is one of the biggest economies in the world. The probability of a recession is approaching 50% now, according to Deutsche Bank. Market survey finds the combination of higher inflation. Oh, there they are looking at eggs. We just talked about you, eggs. Higher inflation and slower growth raises the specter of stagflation. Stagflation, for those of you who don't know, that's a stagnant economy with inflation. It's the word that you can go into the Federal Reserve Bank in Washington, D.C. and say stagflation, and they all scatter like rats because there's nothing they can do. It's a very lucrative and fertile soil environment for crypto, silver, and gold. So keep an eye on that. A phenomenon not experienced since the early 1980s. We aren't going to read through that. But who else is calling? Okay. Oh, Kathy Wood. I'm not a big Kathy Wood fan myself, but she does say that the U.S. is in a quote unquote rolling recession as money velocity collapses, but that will help unlock Fed rate cuts and lower taxes, right? It's all about easy money. Again, right? Get ready for massive liquidation. It's all they've been able to do. It's all they've done basically since the financial crisis, and even before that, even in the great tech bubble, right? Every time a problem comes up in the U.S. economy, instead of really dealing with it, right? Instead of dealing with it, all they did was print money, print money, print money. It only works for so long. Eventually, the hens come home to roost. It'd be like you running your family and subsidizing your lifestyle with a bunch of credit cards and debt, right? It works for a little while, but eventually mathematics show no forgiveness on the altar of truth. Eventually the hens come home to roost. Now, you've heard me talk many times. You know, I was a gold and silver guy before I created Unicorn Fart Dust and had this amazing experience of meeting you and learning about crypto. But I've often said that silver and gold, but more so silver, in my opinion, silver is the original cryptocurrency. Guys, there's some crazy stuff going on in the silver market. Now, remember, silver and gold and crypto have so much in common. There's a small faction of people within both communities that maybe aren't so fond of each other, but the reality is, I can tell you from having been now extensively in both sectors, there's way more in common. 99% of the reason why precious metals people and crypto people invest in what they do are similar reasons, the fiat money, all that stuff that we've talked about earlier. But there's some crazy stuff going on in the silver market. And why do we want to pay attention to that? Because I believe, right, because silver is the original crypto, in my opinion, or I can say that, right? Don't take that personally, whatever, but that the precious metals markets can lead the crypto markets. I have that feeling in my gut right now. And there is some crazy developments going on in the silver market. We're going to start here with my friend Chris Marcus. He's with Arcadia Economics. This is his Substack that I'm forgetting to share. There it is right there, Arcadia Economics. This is a paid subscription, but he's a friend of mine and he's given me permission to share this with you. It talks about gold, but let's get down to the silver part, which is right here. Okay, this is the COT report. I believe it's called the COT report, the Commodity Exchange report. And it says in the silver side, the bank, this is the short. Remember the short squeeze? You know what a short squeeze is? When people have sold something short and then they need to recover. There was a great short squeeze in GameStop, like we talked about. There was also a great big short squeeze in silver that you may not know about that happened soon after the GameStop short squeeze had occurred. And they're setting it up for that again, because on the silver, the bank short position is at 2,400 contracts. All right, that's kind of a hard report to read, but here's the key part. This took their net short position past the peak from last October of 44,000 contracts short, which was just shy of the all-time record high of almost 50,000 contracts that the banks were short in July of 2016. So if we look at this, this is the swap dealer net short position. You can see, and this goes back quite a while, back to 2007, that we are near record level short positions in the silver market. Why is that a big deal? And we'll get back to gold here as well. Let me just touch on gold, and then we'll get back to the silver short squeeze. But hold on here. I'm having a problem. Here we go. We're going to go down here. Gold, is very interesting as well. The United States is stockpiling a ton of gold. There's weirdness going on in the gold markets, but this chart shows collective holdings and assets under management of Chinese gold ETFs. Look at this. It is skyrocketing, guys. I mean, the purple is assets under management. That's gold held by Chinese gold ETFs. And the collective holdings is the gold line. I mean, there's a weird things going on in the precious metals market. Again, the reason I look at that is I still love my precious metals as well as I love my 100% UFD, no doubt about it. But I strongly believe, number one, I know that there's so much in common. Precious metals and crypto are the same thing. They're outside of the fiat money system. And I believe, and think about this, gold and silver have been used as money for 4,000 or 5,000 years. They've got a lot of wisdom, right? They got a lot more thousands of years of experience. They're the oldest markets in the world, or some of the oldest markets in the world. So they've developed a ton of wisdom. What they see coming down the road could definitely apply to what crypto will see in the near future as well. So that's why we want to keep an eye on this. Now, let's get back to silver, okay? There's this craziness going on in the silver market and the prospects of a short squeeze. And now, again, remember the GameStop short squeeze that occurred? That was a famous situation. There was a silver short squeeze shortly thereafter. And now, I just want to point this out. There's a movement going on. And I saw this from the guy, Jesse Colombo, who's a highly respected analyst in the silver market, a silver squeeze being proposed for Monday, March 31st. Let me see where I saw that. There's some silver. Here we go. Here it is right here. But it's all over the place. Buy physical silver March 31st. Spread the word on social media and retweet. I guess that's what I'm doing right now. Start shopping now. Blah, 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 blah. Again, guys, I always called silver the original cryptocurrency. Something interesting we can keep an eye on, that'll be Monday, March 31st, is to see if this silver short squeeze really gets its legs, because there's massive imbalances in the silver market right now. Let's have some fun, basement dwellers. Let's go here, and we're going to watch a few funnies. Again, these are just kind of some random great ones that I saw. I'm not trying to influence the judging in any way, shape, or form of the meme contest, but I thought this was a great one. Hold on here. Hold on. I love this music.
Yo, what up, everybody? This is going to be the first video of the Kitty Corner. Cheers. Happy Friday. Happy holidays. I hope everybody.
Community. Man, that one brought tears to my eyes. I don't know why. Sorry about that. Well, you can't see my eyes right now. Here's another one from yesterday from our friend Royal, who's been making great memes. I mean, forever. Hold on.
An individual whose creation of unicorn fart dust. And a few things I am not. I am not a unicorn. I am not an institutional investor. Nor am I a hedge fund. I do not have clients. And I do not provide personalized investment advice for fees or commissions. I'm just an individual whose creation of unicorn fart dust and streams on social media sparked a worldwide event of good attracting good.
Boy, I don't know why you guys are making me tear up this morning. And here's the final, just a great piece of art. I think Susie sent me this one. Hold on. Let's check in with Susie. I don't know if she has her walkie-talkie on. Suzanne?
Yes, dear.
Oh, cool. Oh, did I share the right screen? This is the one that you liked, correct?
And don't forget to shout out to our sponsors today.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Susie. We love you. Bye, Susie.
I love you too.
Okay. She loves everybody there. What do you think, guys? Susie's the best. Yeah, another great piece of art. And I would like to point out in this piece of art, which I really appreciate you guys doing, you can see in the upper right corner, Ledger, right? The hardware wallet leader, the company that I use to secure my beans, and a sponsor of our live stream, sponsor of Ron's Basement. Thank you, Ledger. Thank you on many levels for being part of our story. And then who's this company? MoonPay, right? Our original, my personal on-ramp into crypto. They are totally integrated into the entire Solana ecosystem. They've made some acquisitions lately. They are emerging as like this massive leader in the crypto payment sector. Very exciting. We certainly appreciate everything that Ivan and Keith are doing at MoonPay and for the support, guys. Please continue to add them into your art. Continue to add them into your post because without their support, I'm not able to be down here harassing you in my basement. Yeah. Can you believe this? We got 1,000 people in my basement. What is today? Tuesday, right? It's Taco Tuesday. But let's review something. I saw it. I'm sorry. I saw it in one of those videos. I'm moving away from you, but I will be back. Remember this? There's old Billy. Huh? Yeah, Billy. Let's put that over there. Where are you going to be, Billy? There we go. All right, guys. Don't forget. Time for a quick review. I pulled something out of the sacred documents that are guarded by our friend Billy. This is true. True. Okay? Don't forget, right? Our community is number one. We keep community number one. We keep our core beliefs number one. But that community creates number two, which is value, right? The community creates value. The art, the music, the DJ shows, the everything, right? The relationships. That value eventually gets translated into price, right? And when the price goes up, then we'll get even more attention. It's a spiral of good, okay? The community will grow more, but we always got to remember, always, so critical. You know, and Emma touched on it earlier with the post that I showed. We got to keep the good attracts good. We got to keep our horns pointed in the right direction. We got to remember that no matter what challenges or disagreements we ever do face, and that will happen, that's normal. As you get bigger and more successful, that's part of the process, that we keep our horns pointed toward good, right? That's what makes our horns tingle. There's nothing like making somebody smile. Right? I mean, come on. When we just went on a little spring break deal for a couple of days, and when I'd go through the gate at the condo place that we worked at, I told my daughters there was a secret phrase, like a seed phrase I needed to get in. It was, and it drove Susie a little crazy. What was it? The wounded warrior hawk wanders westward, and it would make the guy in the guard shack crack up. And my daughter, everybody in the car, my mom, they're like, "Oh my God, don't do that," you know. But the guy was laughing. It's okay. Have some fun, right? Keep a smile on your face. The wounded warrior hawk wanders westward. Hold on. Let's see what Susie thinks of that. Susie, did you hear that?
Fortunately, yes.
Okay. Is that a true story that I just shared with the community? Was I being honest?
I can't even understand you.
I said, was that a true story about the wounded warrior hawk that I shared with our community?
Definitely.
We can't hear you. You're talking when I'm talking.
Yes, it was true. Unfortunately.
Okay. I love you. Bye. I better quit when I'm ahead. Remember, I haven't showed you this for a while. Remember Grandpa's clock? Huh? That's my 95-year-old grandpa. I don't know, he'd be 110 now. That's his clock. It's still running. It's just a matter of time until this jug gets filled up with Diamond Hove dusters. What else do we have? We're having too much fun down here in Duster Club today. Don't forget, in 1 hour, 51 minutes from right now, we'll be doing a Spaces. Hop on. Then I'm at 1 o'clock. I'm on with a guy named Pinky. And he looks really cool. I watched a couple of his videos last night. Pinky. I think I put it on I did. I reposted it. I'll repost it again. I'm going to be doing a live stream with a guy named Pinky, which I'm very much looking forward to. He seems very cool. All the people that work with him. Look, spreading some dust. Today's a busy day. Live stream for little Ronnie and you and me together. And then we got spaces. And then I'm on live at 11. Well, it'll be 1 o'clock Central, which is 11 o'clock Pacific. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes Pacific to Central, 11, anything around noon, like flips my brain. All right. That'll do it, guys. Horns up. Good attracts good. Please. That's it. Simple. Don't forget, we got a real simple opportunity in front of us, right? We're the crypto that's real simple, real strong, real organic. We don't have any crazy stuff piled, but there's no big inside investors. I know supposedly this big whale who I'm not a guru in this stuff, but this big whale who owned a bunch of UFD and then split it up into hundreds of little wallets, maybe whatever. That's great. When that's done, right, guys, right now, and I said this, put a post out last night, it feels like to me, we are just building the most solid foundation, okay, that we can use that will benefit us immensely in the future, right? This massive, like 20-foot deep, solid concrete with reinforced steel, stones, little unicorn sparkles foundation being built. That's what I think. Look, I don't have a crystal ball. Always be responsible, okay? Don't ever invest any money that you can't afford to lose. Any investment is risky, but that's what I see. That's my truth. I'll be here. I'll keep showing up. I know you will too. I appreciate you. Have a great day. And I'll see you at 10 o'clock on the Spaces.